Oh, you wanna know what I'm doing? I'm about to make room for my new bar in space where I will sell alcohol. To understand why for opening my saloon I had to make other people burst, or rather make their ships burst open, we'll have to look at the beginning of my story. So I was born by my mother. Sorry, this is an old cowboy joke. Cowboys are not born, they are brought to earth by the devil himself. I was traveling to a target for bounty hunting because that's what we cowboys do. And then I saw these magnetic super rocks that were floating in the air, and I thought I was drunk. But I knew that I was not drunk, which made me extremely mad. And the only thing my brain had left to do is give me the idea to open a liquor store where you can drink the liquor straight at it, or in other words, a saloon. Or in other words, like you sissy boys use it, a bar. The only thing I knew about salooning was that you have to sell very disgusting and salty food and then overprice the drinks. For inspiration, I obviously had to travel to the Pyro system where they market literal shit as a delicacy. Caught today, meaning fresh meat, is an excellent example of their missing taste buds. Everyone knows that aged meat tastes way better. I mean, have they never seen a Guga Foods video? And this is one of the only times I was happy in my life, because this was exactly what I was searching for. Salty, disgusting meat that will make the customer buy more drinks. I did the most sane thing I could do in this moment and ordered a large bulk of dead rats. I stumbled upon this other... what the fuck is that? The seller told me that little virgin boys loved to buy these because they wanted to suck on their face. It apparently felt like real nipples. And I did not order 2 pallets because of that, but because it's a great protein source for all the cool gym people that will come to my bar. Now I had my snack research down and I only had to learn how to mix fancy drinks for fancy people. And the only fancy place I know is Orison on this pink gay planet. And don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against gay people, but cowboys like me are often deeply closeted, which makes them extremely hostile towards the homosexual. But 2 hot homosexual women, that's how you make a cowboy a co-man. Now I knew Orison wouldn't disappoint me. They had multiple bars in one bar. I don't know how that works, but they had a lot of alcoholic beverages. And my personal process of inspiration doesn't only work by stealing ideas, but also stealing material. I tracked down their supply chain and killed a UPS guy, I think. I got too drunk. And I will warn you, these barkeepers are extremely smart. I ordered a few cocktails to watch them make it and then steal the recipe, but they just wouldn't do it. They knew what was up. They knew that I was an evil cowboy stealing recipes. Look at this motherfucker not doing his job, man. Customer's king, man. Make my fucking drink, brother. So yeah, what I did was I went to his family's house, I went to his safe, cracked it open, took all of the recipes for his drinks out, and then I bought a bunch of beer for his little son, and all the alcohol probably wiggled around a bunch of neurons in that little child brain. And that's exactly what my mama did with me. And she was not happy with raising a restored kid, or however you call it. So yeah, Mr. Barkeeper, have fun with that, you asshole. Step 3 in opening a saloon is finding a spot where you open it. And I don't mean your butt cheeks, but the doors to the saloon. A buddy of mine owned a beautiful asteroid property on this white asteroid belt in Yela. And yes, I'm consciously saying owned, because if you remember the opening scene of this video, I took care of my buddy. Here's his ship. And in classic cowboy fashion, even though he was not a cowboy, now I own his property and his PlayStation. Look at you, motherfucker, now you dead. So yeah, obviously there was nothing of value in my childhood friend's wreckage. And I thought I would find some funding for my new saloon, but this shows you what a bad friend John is. He neglected my dreams, not even giving me some money to found a saloon, where he could have drunk some drinks too, and it would have gone on the house. Who needs enemies when they have friends like you, John? I hate you. God damn, I'm drunk. Since the only IKEA in the whole system is located on Orson for some reason, I had to go back there. But I packed my ship full of cheap, good-looking furniture, and the asteroid belt wasn't even that far away. See, I'm already there. I want to elaborate why I thought the perfect location for my saloon is this asteroid belt. This line of debris was formerly a moon, and this moon was completely made of salt, which is why they have such a nice white color. And this is not only aesthetically extremely pleasing, but if you drink a tequila, for example, you can just use the salt you're standing on. And secondly, have you ever seen a saloon in outer space? Usually they say if there's something nobody has ever done, it's a bad idea. But I think this idea is beautiful. Regret sorts itself out over time. The things you tried and got wrong fade into lessons. The things you never dared to try harden into questions. And those questions stay with you for life. Failure at least gives you an answer. Fear gives you nothing but what ifs. So do the thing. It's easier to make peace with a scar than with a maybe. Or at least that's what an old cowboy thinks. And this old cowboy realized that the big stone it wanted to place its bar on was moving, and it was very difficult to land the ship. But I remember the law of this Newton guy. If you move something, then it will keep moving. And if you add friction, then it will stop moving because it's another force. So if you place the ship into the direction of the rotation, then it should stay there. And then the friction of the hoofs of my space horse and the rocky ground should do the rest, which theoretically should make the ship stick to the surface. And I wanted to apply the exact same rules on the furniture for the bar. But it did not work. The rock kept spinning under my ship, and would probably do the same thing with the furniture, which I then tested out with the most important piece of a bar. The bar table, or the table where the barkeeper stands behind and gives out the drinks. But then I realized it wouldn't even touch the ground. And no touching means no baby. That was the wrong touching. I mean, no touching means no... What was it again? I don't know. But I couldn't place any of the furniture on the rock. And I was a little too drunk. No, this time I was too high to come up with a better idea. And yeah, cowboys get high too, especially at noon. Get it? High noon. Alright. And I realized only now, a little too late, that rotation means that the big rock will come back for my ship after it left it alone. And I knew I was doomed. But then a miracle happened. The big rock came through my ship and I thought it was all over. But then I went into the big rock too. And look how beautiful it looks. But I was really scared to enter the ship's captain pilot seat, because I thought then collisions might activate, which is kind of breaking the fourth wall right now. But my ship was completely safe and I had just had to wait until we passed through the stone. This banger is really tracking in my ear. I'm gonna install this in the jukebox of my saloon. I'll have to ask the video editor what playlist he's using. Oh wait, what's a playlist? I'm a cowboy. I know it will be really hard to locate the bar if I just place the furniture right in space, but I mean, if I can't put it on the stone, where else am I gonna put it? And Mr. Video Editor, I just gave you a compliment about your music choice. What is... Wait for the switch in the middle? Still, for this video you don't get a paycheck. Fuck you too, man. Alright, we got one party pooper that's blacklisted from the bar. Now I just have to put all the chairs and tables into space, which is really pretty hard because, as you remember, I mentioned the Newton law. If I touch something, then it just keeps moving, and sometimes if I don't even touch something, it moves also. Okay, the editor's saying this is a switch. What is this, man? No paycheck for the next video too. Change the music, man. Change the goddamn music. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not really satisfied of how all of this turned out. I mean, who's gonna pull up to a bar with all the chairs and everything floating in space? And also what I didn't think of is that you kind of have a helmet on and they can't even drink or eat anything. And I mean, talking is also pretty hard when there's no sound waves traveling between you. And playing music, I couldn't even play music. I think I understand why nobody is making a bar in space. Oh shit, I touched it. Oh. Yep, this is exactly what I mean. Huh? Okay, and if somebody sits down, then probably everything flies around to it. Yeah. Man, this is good. I hate my life. So I guess the moral of the story, don't open a saloon straight in space. If you want to pick up some free furniture, I don't know, it's somewhere in the asteroid belt. And what am I gonna do? I'm pretty much gonna fuck off because there are not even any customers coming. And it's been open for a few days. And yeah, fuck all this shit, man. I'm leaving. This music is way too happy. Or is it dramatic? Anyways, I'ma fire my editor. No, you gotta leave now. Then the video's over. See, black screen.